Welcome back, madam.
Yes. So you were asking about speaking in tongues. Yes, ask your question.
Elisha. Well, look, you don't have a better phone and network too.
He's not on. I think he's yet to come.
Madam, I have a question, okay?
Yeah.
My question with these people who can't speak from birth, the deaf and dumb, what is the physiological deformment that happened, or what happened? What causes that thing to happen?
Okay, so for you to be able to speak, for you to understand why somebody cannot speak, you have to understand how speech is formed normally. So
Okay.
even in childhood, before you can speak a language, you have to hear the language.
Okay.
So the commonest cause of inability to speak is deafness. So we learn by hearing. So that is how come if you speak English with your child right from infancy, they cannot speak G or Ga. But if you speak Ga with them, they grow up and they speak Ga. So that's the first thing. They cannot hear. You have to have the input to be able to process and be able to imitate. Then also, if you cannot read, if you can't hear and you cannot read people's lips, that too can be a factor. So vision problems in childhood. Now, when it comes to the speech itself, it emanates from the brain. So you have the Broca's area, which helps you to produce expressive language. And then you have the Wernicke's area, which helps you to understand and process the language and then also speak it. So if you have a problem in the brain which affects any of these regions, then you will not be able to speak because you cannot understand. Or even though you understand, you cannot process it. Then let's come to the nerves which connect from the brain to the vocal cords. If there's a problem along these channels too, you can have problems with your speech. Then the vocal cords themselves. If there's paralysis of the vocal cord, then that too, or if there's paralysis of the muscles which help you to speak, the muscles of the mouth, muscles of the throat, muscles of the pharynx, all those muscles are involved. So when you talk about inability to speak, it can be problems along any of these channels. Okay, but the commonest thing is the deafness. And the next commonest is brain problems, which prevents you from processing the speech.
Okay.
Are you okay? Right.
Yes, I'm okay. And my last question is with kids with autism. Because when you look at kids with autism, you realize that they trying to speak, but it is sometimes not clear. They act like cartoon. Cause of this thing, is it also related to the brain, as you just explained, related to brain issues? So, and why do they like holding threads, like playing like toys? What is the ideology?
So autism, children with autism, they have a special challenge. They focus on inanimate objects. Okay, so that is what their fixation is. For children with autism, there's nothing wrong with their brain. The problem is their development. Their social development is delayed, and so they are not able to interact. The other problem with them is also that their speech, their development of their speech is also delayed. So their speech doesn't come out well. And then they also have social problems, and they are fixated. Instead of getting social or being friendly, they are fixated on inanimate objects. And so maybe they concentrate on the toy. They derive pleasure from playing with the toy rather than playing with their friends. So when we do pediatrics, you would find that we have something we call neurodevelopmental milestones. So at a certain point in the development of a child, the child is supposed to be able to play with their friends. And so if by that age, the child is not doing that particular activity, is not playing, is not interacting, then autism will be on your list of differential diagnosis.
Okay.
All right.
So, madam, that means it has nothing to do with physiological or pathology, anything in there.
Okay, for them to, the physiological problem they have is that the levels of dopamine in their brain are less compared to normal children.
Okay.
So that's the physiology behind it. They have issues with dopamine.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
All right. Any other questions?
The rest, they are going to eat wachi. So, madam, you can close.
I think that I'm beginning to prefer this. Maybe in future, even if we go back to school, I might still just continue with the Zoom lectures. You can sit in your bedroom.
Madam, why? Do we disturb you? Here, you see, we don't disturb you. Like classroom here, we'll be disturbing you, pa. Do you prefer this one?
Yeah, I prefer this one.
Oh, Charlie, you guys, you see, madam is now scared of you guys. You like disturbing her too much.
It's just a stress of getting ready, Anyway, it's not bad. It's not bad. We'll just.
Yes, madam, we prefer this. Let's do this. Madam, will you mark presence or what attendance with this one too?
So I don't even know because I don't think it keeps record of who was here and who wasn't.
Oh, Nick, give madam the record who was here.
For the past, we've had quite a lot of lectures. I haven't really been track.
He still has the record, so he'll give to you. Nick is a record keeper.
What record?
Attendance.
Of everybody that has attended the class?
Yes, because madam will give 5 marks. Oh, any question? Madam is waiting, or you people, you are going to eat what?
No question. It's fine.
Rabbi. Aha, you tell madam, the boy asking in tongues has come.
Are we meeting?
Aha, ask your question.
Madam, speaking in tongues is a different language that probably someone might not understand. So I want to ask with that, if someone is speaking in tongues and you are not able to interpret, how do you explain that?
Go and ask God. Don't.
Okay, so if the patient is meeting the patient, so the person is not a patient, right? This is a normal person who, through the action of the Holy Spirit, is speaking in tongues. So in that case, it's a spiritual phenomenon. And you know that not everything spiritual is explainable in the physical, right?
So for power now, beside question, I shall give you.
I shock, sir.
Oh, relax. Okay, we are.
It is a spiritual thing. I don't know how to explain it physically.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
Any question? Madam, Monday is Salah. Monday is Salah.
Madam, please, are we meeting this evening for pathology or right?
Oh. You want to meet?
Yes, madam.
Okay, well, I'm home. So
yes, madam.
I'm home all day, so we can meet.
So, madam, what time?
Same time?
Yes.
Okay. Madam, we'll meet 7 for pathology. Nick, do you record?
Madam, still we haven't received the introduction to pathology, the slides.
Oh, okay. I'll email it now.
Madam, even the introduction to pathology will not come in the exam. Why is he worrying you like that? You know, madam will not bring introduction of pathology to examination, and you are just forcing madam to bring it.
I need it for my.
If you guys
Mr. John.
Yes, madam. Nice day, madam.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.